I'm going to toss it over to Shabani, who's going to take us on our daily trip to Media Land.
Thanks very much, Jenna. Well, despite the downturn in the economy, the roster of the world's rich and maybe famous, those with assets of $1 million or more, actually grew by more than 6% last year to over 10 million millionaires in the country. That's according to the World Wealth Report. And the ranks of the super rich, those with assets of over $30 million or more, grew by even a higher percentage, almost 9%. And this news has our next guest seeing big dollar signs. Doug Gollan is the co-founder and editor-in-chief of Elite Traveler magazine. His magazine focuses on that jet-set, multi-million-dollar crowd. And it's, of course, private jet set, of course. Thank you for joining us this morning, Doug.
Well, thank you, Shabani. And you're right. I mean, the private jet business is booming. So despite what we see about the commercial airlines, the demand for private jets has never been higher. And the people on those jets are what you said, the ultra high net worth individuals.
You know, I'm shocked by the growth. The good news is it's not all doom and gloom for the economy, not only just in the U.S., but in the global economy. How is that impacting your business in particular? And is it lending you a boost as well?
Yeah, our business is up 35% this year. And it's a result of advertisers really want to focus on, luxury advertisers want to focus on people who still today have the money to buy their products. And the people who are on the private jets are the ones who can still buy the $20,000 watch or the $100,000 necklace. And even I saw your segment a little earlier on the yachting industry. But if you look at the very top end with the mega yachts, there's a 2 to 3 year backlog to get a new yacht. So at the high end of the business, business has never been better.
That's interesting because the uber high end, if you will, is doing quite well. They tend to be a little bit more resistant to the economic slowdown. Explain your target demographic and more about who this super rich is. I was really shocked to hear that the people that you're targeting is actually not the people that stay in Four Seasons, but it's the people that take the presidential suite and maybe rent out the whole floor for their entourage. And that seems to be exactly who you're trying to reach.
Sure. So they're the people who stay at the luxury hotels, but like you said, they stay in the presidential suites. These are people who are spending $5,000 to $10,000 per night just for a suite, and with them they have the entourage. They're taking 10, 20 more rooms. And the interesting thing is a lot of these people aren't the celebrities we think about, self-made individuals. We call them driveway celebrities because once they're outside their driveway, nobody knows who they are.
And that's fascinating. That's a credit to the strength of, you know, capitalism, if you will, that there are a lot of self-made millionaires. The one thing I want to ask you is how has all of the turmoil, if you will, that's been going on in the commercial airline sector, how's it helped private jetting, and as well as not just private jetting, but your business as well?
Well, it's helped private jets tremendously. Every time you read one of these stories where people get grounded on the tarmac for 8 hours, the calls to the private jet companies go up. And, you know, obviously a lot of the people who want to fly private jet can't afford it. But the people today who have the money, the private jet is the chariot of choice for those super rich individuals. And our circulation strategy was to be wherever those people were. So we've built up distribution of the magazine on private jets, in private jet terminals in over 100 countries. So wherever in the world they happen to be, wherever in the world they happen to be from, they're getting our magazine. And then the latest thing we did is we bought a company here in North America where we now have advertising in over 100 private jet terminals. So for people who want to reach that super high-end consumer, we're providing an integrated platform for them to do it.
Wow. So there's a way to reach the uber high end, and they apparently seem to be thriving as well. So,
absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, Doug. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Up next, we head into the pit. You don't want to miss that. You're watching Money for Breakfast on the Fox Business Network, the only business network, and True HE. And we've got Ashley Webster. You can't go anywhere.